If you've been practicing fabric texture, but your dresses still look flat, that's not a texture problem, it's a lighting problem. So let me walk you through how to shade this bodice step by step using just 2 to 3 tones. We're going to add the pattern, build shadows first, then add highlights, and finally remove the line work for a clean finish. No advanced texture, just foundational shading you can use on any bodice. So let's get started. First, I'm adding a pattern. This part is optional, it's just decoration. I'll choose a color for the fabric pattern. Let's open my brushes and select the Hot 9B 3D brush. Brush size is around 5% and I'll apply it to the right bodice first. If you want this instant pattern brush, you can find the link in the description. Now I'm going to name this layer 1 Hot 9B 3D so I can track the color in the brush. I'll copy the layer name. Next, I'll create a new clipping marks on the left bodice, paste the same layer name, and apply the pattern again. Right now, the pattern lines are perfectly across both sides, so it looks like one continuous print. I'm going to move the pattern slightly so the two sides don't match perfectly. Much better, now they don't look like they're connected. Now we're going to build the depth. Let's pick a shadow tone first. I'll use my Moda For All shading brush and start on the right bodice. I'll name this shadow layer 2, which is a color number. Brush size is about 3%, and my lighting is coming from top front as usual. I'll add shadows along the line work. These bodice pieces are layered over each other, so shadows will fall behind each overlapping layer. I'll keep building the shadows following the line drawing. I can't shade this area yet because the left bodice is on a separate layer. So I'll switch to the left bodice, create a new clipping marks, name it the same way, and apply the same shadow tone. Again, I'll place shadows behind each overlapping layer along the line work. Next, I'm going to hide the line drawing layer. Now let's deepen the shadows. This area should be much darker because it's in shadow from the right bodice and the right arm. I think it's a bit too strong, so I'll undo and reapply it more softly. Then I'll repeat the same idea on the right bodice. At this point, the bodice already feels dimensional, even without any advanced texture. That's how you know your shading logic is solid. Now we add highlights. I'll pick the highlight tone and name the layer 3. We'll blend this highlight tone over the upper planes of each overlap because those are facing the light. It's the same ideas as the shadows. We place shadows behind the overlaps. Now we're placing highlights on the top planes. I'll do the same on the left bodice. It's on a separate layer, so I'll create a new layer there and name it 3 as well. I'm keeping the highlights only on the upper areas. Now I'm going to remove the line walk on the base color layer. In my previous video, I maxed out the brightness to hide those lines, but in this video, I'll use a different method. Instead of adjusting brightness, I'll create a new layer right above the base color layer, switch to white, and drag and drop the color onto the canvas. Now the lines are gone, and the shading looks more like a finished illustration. So I'll do the same for the left bodice. And name those layers 4 since white is color number 4. Now we'll do a quick polish. I want a bit more shadow in this area, so I'll go back to shadow layer 2, select the shadow tone again, and apply it. I'll also add shadows here where the fabric overlaps. Next, I'll switch to highlight layer 3, reselect the highlight color, and add a few touches here, but not too much because this area should stay mostly in shadow. I'll also add a few more highlights on the right bodice. And that's it for the bodice. We didn't use complicated rendering, just one light direction, clear shadows behind overlaps, and highlights on plain space in the light. If your bodice looks dimensional at this stage, your foundation is working. So in the next video, we'll apply the exact same logic to the skirt, folds and creases included. Click the video on screen for part 2, and I'll break it down step by step.